Hello everyone. Today we're going to do a very easy meal.
Up next, we travel to the Nup North to Lorne's restaurant to try his new signature Whoopie Pies. And later, he'll probably get arrested.
What?
I'm your host, Liquid Lorne, and this is Chef Tango. And we're here to create awesome, phenomenal recipes. And today, we're going to be making Whoopie Pies thicker than a telephone book.
Oh, go to hell, you stupid bitch.
And I can almost guarantee that if you bring a few of these bad boys with you, you'll win all your friends over for sure, along with their spouses.
Alright, now, she has 1.5 cups of flour.
Actually, Lorne, that's going to be 1 3/4 cup of generic white flour, along with a teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda.
Well, yell at me, why don't you?
Oh, and we can't forget 2/3 cup of cocoa powder.
Would you like to see it up close so you can get a better look at it? No.
And afterwards, we're going to whisk the dry ingredients together. And now we're going to move on to the wet ingredients.
I know.
Begin by adding 1 whole egg. And next, we're going to add...
My weak coffee.
That's correct, Groomer. We're going to add 1/3 cup of coffee. All right, Lorne, what's next?
The milk is cashew milk. It's unsweetened.
No, Lorne, we're adding 1/2 cup of buttermilk. And then we're going to give our wet ingredients a quick whisk.
Well, the thing is,
It's time to add 1.5 sticks of salted butter.
and I think just a little bit of sugar. Like that much.
Oh no, Groomer, you're going to have to add a whole lot more sugar than that.
What?
I'm thinking a cup of generic white sugar.
Isn't that sweet?
That's the idea, Lorne.
It's that simple.
Next, we're going to add our wet and dry ingredients to the creamed butter. However, you want to do this in stages. This would also be a great time to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. And now that the batter's done,
I will get my chat log together.
I don't think so, Groomer. We're actually going to get a cookie sheet ready and lay out our first batch of Whoopie Pies.
Would you like to see it up close so you can get a better look at it? No.
Bake for 1 hour at 350 at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So I already preheated my oven, and so all I have to do is just stick it in there and wait for an hour, and then we'll come back to it.
Actually, they don't need to cook that long, Groomer. They only need to cook for about 9 or 10 minutes.
First challenge is juggling. See if we can teach some people how to juggle. We got 3 balls here.
No, Groomer, we don't have any time to juggle. We need to get 5 egg whites ready for our buttercream white stuff.
No need to make a big deal out of it.
Next, we're also going to be adding 1.5 cups of generic white sugar, along with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And now we're going to whisk this all together.
In the microwave.
No, you will not, because we're going to steam heat our white stuff.
This is getting hot. How come?
When it starts to get hot, don't stop whisking.
No, no! Hey! Why don't you listen to me?
Once it gets to about 150 degrees, we'll be ready for the next step. However, if you don't have a cooking thermometer, what you do is take some of the white stuff and put it on a coupon of your choice. And if you can't feel any sugar granules in there, then it's all melted.
It's very pretty.
Next, we're gonna whip our white stuff until it's nice and fluffy.
Would you like to see it up close so you can get a better look at it? No.
And I would wait to do this step until it's nice and cooled down.
I thought you had blonde hair.
Next, we're going to add a total of 4 sticks of room temperature unsalted butter.
Oh my god.
1 tablespoon at a time.
4 sticks of butter later.
I didn't take my own advice and I whipped the meringue while it was still hot, so I've got a soupy mess right now.
Doing a story on it.
While I let the white stuff cool down, we're gonna take Goofy Doofy Tango Baby for a walk.
Tells me we'd rather have a fun time.
And while we do that, I would like to begin by thanking my generous patrons. And I would also like to thank everybody for holding it down on Streamlabs. And I would also like to thank you guys for the super chats and channel memberships. It's all been a great help keeping the channel going. And finally, I would like to thank viewers like you. Now let's go finish up those Whoopie Pies. And now it's time to flavor the buttercream white stuff. And normally, I would add 2 tablespoons of this vanilla extract. But we're gonna step these Whoopie Pies up to the gold shoe standard by adding 3 ounces of Bailey's Irish Cream.
It's not a f***ing joke!
Oh, I know, Lord. We take our white stuff pretty seriously. Am I forgetting anything?
And I get my little tomatoes. I love these little tomatoes. They're really, really good.
But before we can make the white stuff come out, we have to put it inside a piping bag.
Yeah, that's gonna taste really good.
This Whoopie Pie has got to stand up all on its own. You won't need any M&Ms or Pepsi for this one. I can only think of one thing sweeter than this Whoopie Pie.
What?
Sheriff's office, down! Get down!
No, no!
I'm about to get hand pubes.
Ouch, another blow to Lorne. Oh, rested as usual. And once again, no Whoopie Pie for Lorne. And this has been your host, Liquid Lorne, and the one and only Chef Tango. If you like what you saw today, please consider subscribing. And while I got you here, go ahead and check out that video to the left. I think you'll really enjoy it. But until next time, don't forget to delete your archives. Bye, sweetheart.